Everyone, I'm the Tax Pro, and today I'm going to talk to you about adding liabilities to your chart of accounts in QuickBooks Desktop. So this is for QuickBooks Desktop Pro and Premier. QuickBooks Enterprise is slightly different, but you could follow along with this video if you wanted to for Enterprise. I will also have a video on adding liabilities to QuickBooks Enterprise if you would rather walk through it in the actual Enterprise software. So let's get started. In order to navigate to our chart of accounts, we can come up here to the accountant menu if you are utilizing the accountant version, and you can go to chart of accounts, or you can go to company and chart of accounts, regardless of whether or not you're using the accountant version. When you do that, this will pop up your chart of accounts. This is what we have so far. These are a chart of accounts that was put together automatically by QuickBooks Desktop. So it will suggest chart of accounts when you first set up your desktop file. You'll see that there's just one liability sitting in here. There's no other liabilities. So we need to get our liabilities set up. And just as a reminder, as far as other accounts like assets, income, expenses, and equity, those will be in separate videos. I wanted to break this up so there wasn't like one massive video on setting up chart of accounts. So what we're going to do for liabilities, I'm going to show you the different types of liabilities that you might have. And then we're just going to kind of work through and identify all those liabilities that exist for your business to make sure that you get all of them in your chart of accounts. So this is going to be where we go when we first see, add new account. And we're going to see two types of liabilities right here. And then when we click on other account types, we'll see some more. So let's kind of cover the first two. Loans are liabilities. So remember that liabilities are amounts that the business owes to other people or companies. And so loans are obviously amounts that were borrowed and that are owed to either individuals or other companies like banks. So a loan is definitely a liability. Credit cards are also liabilities. Obviously we're using credit cards to purchase different things, and then we owe the bank that amount. You're going to want to add each loan and credit card separately. And then sometimes you may have like a parent account for the credit cards, especially I see this with Chase, to where there will be, individual credit cards kind of nested underneath the parent credit card account. Other account types, when we come here, we'll see a couple other liability types. Accounts payable is one. So these are amounts that are owed to vendors. So when your company purchases, products or services, and we enter bills into QuickBooks Desktop, but we have not actually paid those bills yet, that is an accounts payable. And so that is a type of liability account. We also have other current liabilities. Current liabilities are amounts that we plan on paying off within the next 12 months. Okay, so they're going to be due within the next 12 months. Those are current liabilities. And then we have long-term liabilities. These amounts are going to be due in greater than 12 months. So we're not going to get these paid off within the next year. It's really important to make sure that you classify current versus long-term properly, because these current versus long-term liabilities play a role in various ratios that lenders look at, and potentially people who are purchasing the business may look at. So let's go ahead and get started with adding some of these. So let's start with loans. What you're going to want to do is think about all the loans that you potentially have in your business. You're going to want to make sure that you have loan accounts set up in your QuickBooks Desktop. Now notice when we go to account type, we have a couple different types of liabilities here. So we can do accounts payable, credit card, other current liabilities, and long-term liabilities. Loan is kind of weird when you select it. It's going to pop you into some of these other types potentially. Loans tend to be long-term liabilities. So let's say, loan on the Ford F-250. You can have sub-accounts within QuickBooks Desktop. So we could potentially have, loans at a particular bank. So like loans at First Bank, and then we could have sub-accounts like loan on Ford F-250. And then we could have a couple different loans under there. Descriptions are optional. You don't have to put these in here. Account numbers are optional as well. This right here is mapping to tax lines. And I'm going to go through the liability section here just to make sure that you understand what these are. This is not required. And if you don't get this correct, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. This just kind of helps you map accounts to tax return lines, but it's not a required feature here. So right here, this B/S stands for balance sheet. So you're going to notice that it's B/S-libs/EC. So what this means is this is going to live on the balance sheet in the liability and equity section. Okay, so the balance sheet has assets in one section, and then it has liabilities and equity in the other section. So we have a couple of different options here that are actually liabilities. We have accounts payable, we have mortgage, note, bonds payable, and these are a short term. So ST is short term. So this is going to be current liabilities. Right here is other current liabilities. We have loans from shareholders, long-term mortgage, note, bonds payable, and then other liabilities. After this line right here, once we hit capital stock, we're starting to go into equity, okay? So right here, this is a loan, this is long-term, we can save in new, so you're just gonna start adding your liabilities here. If you have a credit card, we can add credit cards. I'm gonna show you how to add a parent account. So sometimes we'll have these Chase accounts, and there will be like multiple subs under the Chase account. So we have parent Chase, under, this is the account number, and then maybe we have Chase, bills account, and this is going to be a sub account of this parent Chase account. Maybe we have Chase Sharon. She has a sub account under this Chase account. So you get the idea. You can add credit cards. We want to do an accounts payable. Any current and long-term liabilities. Other current liabilities that you may commonly have are going to be like sales tax payable, potentially payroll taxes payable. Payable at the end of the account generally tells you that it's a liability account. So you're going to want to add all of your liabilities here, all your credit cards. Just go through and think about all the different accounts that you may have, and make sure that you're grabbing all the loans, all the credit cards, anything that you may owe, and make sure that they get into your liability accounts. Accounts payable, you want to make sure that you have an accounts payable account that will help you keep track of what you owe vendors. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that this video was helpful. If you could like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And then I will see you guys in the next video, and we're going to go over equity next. Thank you.